Introverts, how did you meet your girlfriend? We're no longer together, but I went to Subway on lunch break with some guys from lunch, and thought the girl making the subs was cute. I was too shy to talk to her around the other guys, but I doubt I would have alone either lol. I caught her name on her name tag and went home and added her on Facebook. I struck up a conversation and we eventually dated. I'll never not be surprised that she wasn't creeped out lol. I was watching a Twitch streamer and said in chat I need someone to love me. She said I love you. We arranged to hang out one day, started dating a few months later, and are currently discussing marriage. One hell of a random chain of events, but I'll take it because it ended the BS that is dating/online dating. Online dating. Sounds kinda lame, but you get to take your time conversing from your comfort zone. Works well and makes the first date less awkward. Internet. Met my boyfriend through a dating website, OkCupid. Started dating a couple weeks after we started talking, moved in with him and his parents after about a month and a half, and then 10 months we moved from the Chicago area to Seattle. Our 1 year is in almost exactly a month. I married the girl I had a crush on in 3rd grade. When guys ask me how to meet ladies, I have no idea what to tell them. Girlfriend of an introvert. We were friends for a while. I was super into him but not confident enough to ask him out because I was pretty sure he didn't like me. When I first met him I was attracted to him but not nearly as much as when I got to meet him. He was quiet and sweet and funny and shy. I made it obvious as hell I liked him, shit like hugging him all the time, texting him out of the blue that he's my favorite person, sending random gifts that were compliments, making gifts sometimes when I wanted to be super obvious, using him as a pillow, telling him he's good looking, that kind of stuff. He didn't catch on. He thought I felt bad for him. He sent me a long-winded text one time when I asked him if something was wrong because I thought he seemed frustrated, and it said he liked me and he knew I didn't like him and he didn't want to move on and shit. I was so happy I was shaking. I'd gotten hints he'd liked me before but others that he didn't at all. It was like a snowball rolling down a hill when we started. Over a full week in we kissed for the first time. 3 weeks in we made out for the first time. A few hours after that we lost our virginities to each other. That was in 2015. Now we pretend we aren't shitting on FaceTime and rate each other's burps. Romance don't die. Drunk and on coke. Girlfriend here. We met during college out of state in CA. He really liked me then, but I thought he was young and I always chicken out. We are both from the East Coast and kept in touch from different states. He invited me to his birthday with friends in Disney World. He didn't think I would say yes, but I said sure because I really liked him. I got tired of never taking risks in the past. I bought a plane ticket. We had our first kiss in Disney during the fireworks, toughed out 1.5 years of long distance, and now we just celebrated 2 years. He's the best. And I'm grateful for every day. Deleted. Oh Jesus. Last February Bernie Sanders was coming to my school during the primaries for a rally, and I was already going to go see him with a group of friends and my grandma. She's actually really into politics and wanted to go. Well, I decided to check the app Whisper the day of to see what people nearby were saying about Sanders coming, and my girlfriend had posted how she just moved to my city, but she really wanted to go see Bernie and didn't want to go alone. So I messaged her about how she should come with my friends and my grandma, and the rest is history. She told me later she agreed to come because I never asked what she looked like, and I sounded nice since my grandma was coming. Edit, forgot to put ages. I'm 23. She's 26. She asked me out. The internet. Tinder and a society event. We matched each other because we remembered talking at the event, were on the same course and had a mutual friend. Turns out we are both quite happy to hermit away from the world together. She makes me so happy and I honestly don't know where I'd be in life without her. Jewish dating app. The first few I met were absolute nightmares, but then I met the one. Completely randomly. I bought a dog. She worked with me, wanted to babysit dog. After fifth time of her literally picking dog up without even coming in, I made joke that my roommate thinks my dog is like August transaction sign she never comes in, via text. Finally lead to me making mac and cheese with hot dogs, and we are now engaged and bought another dog. I'll keep you posted. She liked my best friend. 5 years later we started going to the same home group at church and became friends. One day I was taking her home after hanging out with friends, and after she had already gone inside I texted her saying she had forgotten something in my car. When she came out looking all confused I told her she didn't forget something and that I just wanted to ask her on a date. 2 years later and we just set a date to get married. Being an introvert doesn't mean you're socially awkward. I'm introverted and have no problem talking with people or interacting with small groups. I just find it draining. My wife is also introverted. And we met, like a lot of people do, through friends in college. Alcohol and the Greek system. We're both travel bloggers and met, briefly, at a conference in 2015. Midway through the next year, she wrote a Huffington Post piece about how travel has ruined her love life, and we got to talking. Visited her before setting off on a 6-month trip and we hit it off. So did the long distance thing until I came back and moved to the same Chinese city as her. 8 months together now and we're moving in together tomorrow. Lived next door to me in our college dorm, same club and friend group. I caught a beautiful girl doodling a Zelda Triforce at a party, and immediately had this feeling that I should go for it. I was dating her cousin and she showed up at the house. And, to answer the next question, I met the cousin because I was hanging out with a bunch of gamers at a coffee shop. She muttered something about being hungry as she walked out the door, and I just happened to overhear, so I offered to buy her dinner. She accepted. At work. We're both introverts in different ways. We worked the same shift but she had a girlfriend. When the ex came out as cheating on her she actually suggested she call me up. Internet dated for a couple of months so I wouldn't be the first date after a 5-year relationship ended, and she called me up. We went out to dinner as friends for a while. I didn't know she was bi, but I did want to be there for a friend. After we went on a full day date with some mutual friends who spent most of the day telling us to date, I finally kissed her and she didn't hit me. Married 9 years with 3 kids. We met at a science conference. I was a quiet PhD student presenting my poster. She was a ridiculously cute and quirky master's student that let me text her about her toes. It was destiny. First date was a couple days later at an Arctic Monkeys show at a tiny venue. She passed out and the guards thought I drugged her. She cooled off and rehydrated. We went to my place that night and the rest is history. Today is the 1-year anniversary of our marriage. I met my fiancé on the first day of college completely by accident. I programmed my schedule into my phone but hadn't accounted for daylight savings time. Therefore, I show up to my first class an hour earlier unknown to me. I had decided that I was going to make a real effort to put myself out there and be social, so I sit near the front of the lecture hall. I'd shown up with plenty of time before class, which was an hour earlier than my real class. Me and these 4 other people start talking about where we're from and stuff like that. They're all freshmen too, and I'm really stoked because it's before the first class even and I found a group of friends to hang out with. One of these people is this gorgeous girl in the row ahead of me, and I fall in love with her the first time she turns around and asks me my name. Right before class we decide to all get lunch at one of the dining halls later at a specified time. About 15 minutes into the class it becomes really obvious that I'm not in the last class. I go to my schedule and online and realize that my entire schedule in my phone is an hour early. I'm too embarrassed to stand up and leave at this point, so I just stay. I almost didn't go to lunch when and where we agreed upon because I thought it would be embarrassing, but I thought there was a chance that gorgeous girl would be there. As luck would have it, I run into her in the lobby of the dining hall and we eat lunch and talk for 3 hours. We never saw any of the 3 people from the class and I don't think I've spoken to them since. I add her on Facebook rather than ask her for her number because I'm a coward, and we get lunch together several more times the first 2 weeks of class. Then she asks me if I'll go with her to this party that her roommate wants to go to. We both hate it. I kiss her after walking her back to her dorm, and we've been together ever since. Online. 1. Online dating. 2. My extrovert friends. 3. Booze. She was my ex, but I thought, what the hell, might as well take the chance, and asked her if she would like to be my girlfriend. This was after helping her building the bed frame and bookshelf the first night she moved in.